Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise today to speak on the Safer Schools, Stronger Classrooms Ministerial report, a report that draws a clear line between the failures of the former Labor government and the results being delivered by the Country Liberal Party. When Labor came to power, Territory schools attendance was 80% and began to decline over the 8 years. That decline wasn't just a number, it was a generation of Territory kids left behind while Labor looked the other way. The CLP government is rebuilding from that mess through honest reporting, accountability and targeted investments in our schools. For years, Labor hid the truth about school attendance behind what was known as the intensive support role. They used it to make their statistics look better, quietly removing thousands of long-term absent students from their official data. This CLP government ended that deceit. We made the intensive support role public and the results show progress. Mr Deputy Speaker, in Term 3 of 2025, there were 328 fewer students on the intensive support role than the same term last year, and that's hundreds of Territory children re-engaged in education. Across the Territory, our 46 school attendance officers have conducted more than 6,000 compliance visitors and issued 1,111 compliance notices and 215 infringement notices, while working closely with those families to return those children back to their classrooms. This is not about punishment, it's about partnerships. When parents step up, we support them. Over 500 compliance notices have been revoked because those children are now attending again. And Mr Deputy Speaker, I'm proud to represent an electorate that embodies what safer, stronger classrooms look like. In Wanguri Primary School, attendance is 87.8%, one of the highest in the Northern Territory. The school continues to set a high bar for their students' wellbeing, inclusion and achievement, and a direct reflection of the dedication of the principal and the teaching team there. Mr Deputy Speaker, likewise at Leanya Primary School, it's achieving outstanding results with an impressive 90% attendance rate, showing that when families, educators and the community work together, attendance and outcomes rise. And I couldn't be more prouder of Dripstone Middle School, who has 84.8% attendance, who in a couple of months ago won both the Secondary Social Sciences and Secondary of the Arts categories at the 2025 NT Tournament of the Minds competition. They've won this 3 years in a row, Mr Deputy Speaker, and some of those students have been there for 2 years in a row out of those teams. So a fantastic achievement. And that showcases the creativity, teamwork and problem-solving ability of our local students as a direct result of students attending school with great teacher support. These schools represent the very best of the Territory education. We have engaged families, passionate teachers and students who are thriving in safe, supportive learning environments. Mr Deputy Speaker, the CLP government is also delivering the most significant secondary education reform the Territory has seen in decades, and it's creating stability, consistency, clear pathways from Year 7 to Year 12. Under our plan, Darwin will move to that 4 full comprehensive high schools for Years 7 to 12, and Dripstone is included, Nightcliff, Sanderson and a combined Darwin Middle School. These reforms will end the confusing middle school system that Labor allowed to drift for years. Instead, students will stay in one school community, supported by the same teachers and leadership through their secondary education. Here in Wanguri, families can send their children to Dripstone Middle School as it enhances the expansion into that full Year 7 to 12 comprehensive high school. Again, I say, Dripstone did produce the Tournament of the Minds victory, and that's the proof that we have children who attend school have great outcomes. This will also upgrade classrooms and specialist learning areas and will give those students every opportunity to succeed from Year 7 through to their graduation. And Labor's crime crisis made schools less safe and drove teachers away, and the CLP has changed that. Our reducing crime package, including Declan's Law, is keeping students and teachers safe by allowing police to warn for weapons and introducing mandatory sentencing for assaults on frontline workers. We're also supporting the people at the heart of the education, our teachers, with permanent contracts for stability and new initiatives like the Teach Local and Teach Up North, which provide scholarships and guarantee employment to grow our teaching workforce. We're ensuring that every day students have the support they need. The CLP government has committed $1.9 million to embed qualified counsellors directly in those schools, ending Labor's failed model of centralised support based out of the Mitchell Centre. And Mr Deputy Speaker, our partnerships with the NT Police has introduced Aboriginal liaison officers in schools across the Territory to improve attendance and community connection through culturally appropriate engagement. And whilst under Labor, 58% of NT students and 85% of Indigenous students fail to meet minimum literacy and numeracy standards. We're fixing that, Mr Deputy Speaker, and with that, $14.2 million boosting literacy and numeracy plans, ensuring every NT government school adopts consistent evidence-based teaching. And for the members on the other side, I can attest to attending school when English is your second language. I have a sister who arrived in Australia when she was 6, and our parents understood that education was really, really important for her, and it was fearful for her to go to school and not be able to speak English. But she persisted and she went along and learned, and she's become an extremely successful company owner in her right, working overseas. So, Mr Deputy Speaker, the Safer Schools, Stronger Classroom report tells a clearer story. The CLP government is delivering what Labor never could: transparency, accountability and the results. In the Wanguri electorate, from Wanguri Primary to Leanya Primary, our schools are leading by example, showing that when a government sets the right priorities, students actually thrive. This is the difference a strong government makes: safer schools, stronger classrooms and a brighter future for every child. Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker.